From SugarHouse in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. Tonight we're back at SugarHouse in Philadelphia, joining our cash game, which is already in full swing. While the pots have been impressive, some of the most jaw-dropping play thus far has been a handful of incredible folds. Now, any good player can scoop a pot, but only great players can see when it's time to fold and cauterize the wound. We may even see some more incredible reads tonight. Also, a little later on in the episode, Nolan Dalla returns to edify us all in the ways of Dallaism. So sit back, relax, and watch the action unfold. Or just sit back, relax, and watch some fold action. Day 3 continues at SugarHouse, and Dan Shack has been doing the most damage. He's up almost $15,000 and currently sits with the biggest stack at our table, just a couple of bucks under $30,000. Poker Night in America is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
All right, we need to start drinking. We're getting complaints.
I have my beer.
And we start the night with Tom Schneider enabling the rest of the table.
Thinking about his question.
Calling for drinks already.
It's like in your head. Both ends.
What's everybody complaining about?
They're complaining there's no lively chat here. We gotta step
Someone
up.
complained there was no lively chat?
Yeah,
300.
I'm just saying.
30 minutes ago there wasn't. Now we just had a good philological.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say.
Chad Holloway raises with ace-7. Jaganathan with queens calls.
The problem with this group is there's a good conversation here and here, and then one group won't stop talking, and then all of a sudden everybody shuts up.
Right. So who should we get rid of at the table then, Phil, if we want to improve that?
Whoever keeps talking over the top of everybody.
Okay. Who is that? You have an opinion on everything, so who is that?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
If it was me, you would say.
Hell yeah.
I know that.
Do we label this under friendly banter or not?
Darren,
It's Chad.
so chatty.
It's Chad.
Can't help myself.
Chad, shut up, Chad. Really, you're talking way too much.
Jaganathan has been outflopped by Sean Deep.
There's a lot of big personalities at this table.
It's true.
Check.
Meanwhile, we have a nice little pot brewing.
I like the conversation with our cardiologist over here that we had going earlier. I find that pretty interesting.
900.
Until Dan Scheck freaked me out. No, it wasn't Dan. Who was it? Well, Sean Deep, he said poker players need cardiologists.
Building up his client base right now.
Huh?
He's building up clients right now.
Yes.
Free advertising.
Jaganathan calls the 900.
Check. Check, check. Check, check.
A check from Deeb brings a 5 on the river. $2,200 was the bet from Jaganathan, a call from Deeb. And Sean is going to scoop the $8,800 pot.
All right, I want you to explain something to me. So there's this new research out that I couldn't believe when I read it. It said it doesn't matter what you eat
Okay.
as far as cholesterol goes. So I could have been, like, I haven't eaten many cheeseburgers in the last 20 years because I want to keep my cholesterol low.
Okay.
Now I find out I could have eaten a cheeseburger every day. I may weigh
Now,
more.
do you actually believe that that's like a true statement?
I believe the study, yeah. It looked like it was,
No,
it looked like
no
it had come
chance.
from the AMA.
I mean, there's a lot of accredited studies that are full of garbage, but I mean, so that might be the one conclusion that they drew, but then there's going to be a lot of other criteria for why that's the case.
What do you mean by that?
So you can say that eating whatever you want is fine, you know, as long as you portion what you're eating. So you eat a quarter of a hamburger or a cheeseburger a day, and then that's your cheat food, and you eat that with dinner, but your dinner is now healthy. So like the study can be completely, you know, confounded by what the quantity is you're eating. I mean, obviously if you sit there and eat a cheeseburger a day, you're gonna have some serious problems, not just heart problems, you know.
We interrupt this episode of The Doctors to get back to Poker Night in America.
Sponsoring of this program.
Flop is 9 high, and so Taylor Brady's jacks are still ahead.
Percentage basis, practicing doctors. Don't answer this question if you know.
475.
Are a member of the AMA. What percentage of doctors are a practicing member of doctors are a member of the AMA? 100%.
I would 5%. Phrase it that way. It's got to be a low percentage.
17%. So that when all those people were bragging about the AMA supporting Obamacare, only 17% of the practicing doctors are members of the AMA. Oh yeah, I see what you did. You switched it to Obamacare somehow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we got to have lively debate. That should spark something.
I don't know if this is a road we necessarily want to start going down, Phil, if you wouldn't mind.
Agreed. What do you guys want to do?
Trelly's got a pair of 4s, and he picked up the flush draw on the turn.
Darren,
Taylor Brady in the 9 seat is already checked,
friends with
and now Trelly is thinking through his options.
He's retired.
I know. He's all locked up, all wiped up.
Yeah.
He's locked up. I like that.
You gotta get him on this show. He'll love it. Didn't think of him when I was thinking of people to get on the show, but he'll be perfect.
He'd be good.
Yeah. He'd have a good time. He'd be good acting.
We need to write down on.
Be good. We should get him.
I try to get him. It was an issue the last time they were like going somewhere that, like when they went to AC, he basically told Matt he wouldn't go on the show, but he just said if it wasn't convenient, he wouldn't fly somewhere for it. He was so mad he didn't get in the
He
AC
would come
show.
here.
Well, he was still in the turn, like, and then his cash game doing. Yeah, between like AC and here, he'll definitely play when he's here.
It's an honor to be on the show.
I agree.
A lot of people can't get on the show. Chad Holloway got on it.
I had to pull a lot of strings.
Did you?
Write a lot of
Won
articles.
a lot of favors, yep.
Nolan has a soft spot for writers, though. It's not really fair.
He does
That
have
was the
a.
name of the article. It was
He's got a lot of soft spots. Trust me with that body.
The river doesn't come in for Torelli,
I saw one article.
and so action is first now on Taylor Brady here on the river.
20 white
See what she does.
potatoes a day.
20 potatoes a
for
day.
60 days.
I saw that, and it helped in every. It helped
like,
like
yeah, a bunch of his.
all he ate was 20 potatoes.
But you also
a
don't know
day.
how much more you
I
exercise,
mean, there's a
like
lot to be
compared to
said
normal.
about genetics too. Like sometimes, like no matter what you do, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a one-person study. Like, you can't really go for it. The guy, like, is obviously beneficial to potatoes, so he may have just worked his and worked out every day to
Right.
try to, or, like, make his numbers low the day before.
And then like,
I've had blood work
Is there
way off.
one
like,
more bet
before.
from Alec Torelli to try to take this thing down?
It's easy, like, with one sample size, too.
That is a beast of a
might be a
bet.
favorite. I haven't-
5,400.
No, just one individual gold up there.
And it looks like it's enough to get Taylor Brady to put the jacks back in the deck. More poker night after this.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Thanks for coming back to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. Let's return to the table. Poker Night in America is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online. That would be
2 is really strong. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen. It rarely happens that someone wins 2 golds during the Olympics. It just so happens that he's done it.
Tough to root against Phelps. So un-American.
Yeah, I can't bet against him.
I realized it as I booked it, but what am I gonna do?
Oh, you booked it?
Yeah, I shook hands and then I
He
realized.
just wanted to
what
have
I'd
a
done.
bet with Phil is, like, the advantage of it. He's taking the worst of the bet, probably. It's like, so now I can get Phil highest number. Like, there's a lot of benefits to the bet.
I did not think of it like that, but
I actually did, but does that mean I have a big ego?
No one thinks you have a big ego, Phil. We know.
that's funny.
I mean, to get a shirt made like that.
You know, people have been begging me to have this shirt made for years. Like, people first said, like, I've heard,
$5.50 to go.
it's weird. This is the one shirt that everybody said you need to make what would Phil do? Like,
They were
since
referring to Phil
05.
Ivey.
They may well have been referring to Phil Ivey, but it's the one shirt that it's been requested for a decade straight. So I'm pretty sure we're going to sell a lot of these.
The fact that there's so many Phils in poker makes it a pretty decent shirt.
Well, there's a thing that
That
says
place
like
so
Maybe they need to take this off.
something about your name and your
Always have the
profession.
poker
By the way, like your first letter of your name is so like a higher likelihood to be your profession. So,
What do you mean?
like P for poker, Phil's like Alec, you should start maybe accounting something. Whatever the first letter of your name is, you're more likely to be that profession. Like in that profession, they're more likely to start with the same letter.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I read a study. Like we talk about like studies that are you don't know they're true. I read it. And it seems somewhat.
So if your name is begins with an S, you're more likely to be a stripper.
You know, strippers are more likely to be an S than other letters. Fair to know.
What about the real names?
Only you spend enough to get the real names, Tom.
Yeah.
Again, the discussions on Poker Night in America, they're really what makes the show.
Pretty quick one. That's pretty good.
Taylor Brady bet $850, and the action is now on Darren Elias.
Sean S, male stripper.
Elias hits his 8 on the turn.
Sean owns a sub franchise.
But that third
Yeah,
club
stretch for that.
gives both Taylor Brady and Elias a flush draw.
Study to say what you want.
Really
Yeah.
had to be stretching there.
Rivers another 4.
I feel like actors and actresses, there's a lot of A's.
Elias checks.
Maybe.
I don't know. I thought about a lot of different professions at the time when I was a kid.
I think we should play a must needle game.
Isn't that what this always is?
No, it's
No compliments given. You guys pay a penalty if you give a compliment to someone.
Yeah, a must needle
Instead of like
game.
nice hand or something, you have to pay out.
yeah,
That
must
would be
needle.
fun. There was that like I always wanted to play that trash talk game that had at Hard Rock years
yeah,
ago.
exactly. Or
Sounded
a
like fun.
Yeah, must slow roll. That'd be fine. A must slow roll.
That the only problem with that is it slows down the game so much if it's done all the time.
Right. Well, but
It
it's,
needs to be slow, and then
it's
you
still fun,
expect
though.
it coming.
yeah. But you don't know if it's coming because it's a slow roll.
Oh, I always know.
You want me to slow roll you next time?
You never have the best hand versus me.
I know that's a
You
trouble.
have to snap fold. You could slow roll me by tank folding. That's about all you can do.
That is slow rolling. Trust me, I almost did it last time.
And Elias makes the call.
That's it.
And Esther Taylor Brady will win her first hand on Poker Night in America.
Does Phil know something we don't?
He's friends with, like, very close to them. So probably talking around trains and stuff.
He's still got to beat the other. He's still not alone in the pool.
Yeah.
He definitely has a better guess at where he's at right now than we do, though.
We're talking about Michael Phelps and his return to the Olympics next summer.
I didn't text anybody.
I know. I'm saying I should have texted
You can't.
one of his buddies who's a big swimmer.
If two people break the world record, then he does not break the world record. If the other guy has the higher world record. Let's clarify that. He breaks the world record but loses the race to someone with a higher world record.
It's not a world record.
That's not a world record. He doesn't get it.
Right.
I don't think he gets the world record in that case,
Okay.
right?
It's a good
My
clarification.
instincts are to pop this up. How much you got there?
Yeah, because it's a good clarification. Because that happens a lot, right? Not a lot.
Why would I ever pop this up in a million years? I mean, you're 100% gonna outdraw me.
Well, you're wrong, Mr. Helmuth. Not much of a psychic. Whose 7s are still ahead.
400.
All right.
Schneider bet 400. Helmuth called.
Oh, the thing?
I keep like not anywhere to put my
500.
Sean keeps yelling at me.
I can't help it. I have to put one bluff out there.
Drinking or kid?
Right on a raised like pavement thing.
Pair of 7s.
That's good.
Now we're playing poker. This feels a little different. Ow.
Don't go anywhere. We've got more Cash Game from SugarHouse when we return. Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online. Chad Holloway's been fairly quiet tonight.
It's my friend's rum company.
Limps in with the suited ace.
Portland, Oregon.
You drink a lot?
Nathan bumps it up to 450.
I've had it. It's very smooth rum.
9 of clubs.
Good for mixing then?
Really? I was just getting ready to call and they flashed the 9 of clubs.
Torelli calls with ace king.
Two nines in the month. Are you gonna have like a small viewing?
9s in the mug? I might have re-raised you with 9.
Because it's June 17th in Vegas.
But maybe not.
Okay.
And they're gonna sponsor.
You can have it. They give me it sometimes.
Fives for Elias in the straddle.
Yeah.
So obviously you're wearing that at your WPT final
He
table.
calls. And now back to Chad Holloway.
I'm not sure. I can't.
Holloway calls.
Terrible friend, you know?
So hard to know if you're gonna get it.
I mean, everyone's so.
4 players to the flop. Both Torelli and Holloway hit their ace. Alec Torelli bets 1,100. When not playing at the Poker Night in America table, you can sometimes hear Alec calling our live stream that is available at select events. You can always watch that at pokernight.com.
I'm all in.
All in call.
I think I'm beat.
Well, day 2 is very good to Chad Holloway on Poker Night in America. Day 3 is not doing so well. Holloway needs a 6, otherwise he's going to be emptied out, and Torelli will scoop the $6,700 pot, and it looks like Holloway is going to have to reload the funds.
Poker's such a great metaphor for understanding so many different things that happen in life. It's
And pivoting, like every great businessman pivots now. Like all these businesses that started from one thing and then ended up pivoting and making a $4 or $5 billion, you know, it's crazy. And in our profession, we have to pivot.
absolutely.
Yeah, everybody,
I've changed
when
my
everybody,
life. My focus of like how to earn has changed so much in like the last 5 years. All the time.
all the online players play right here in this narrow band, and so I have to figure out how to hack it. And then a year later, they play in this band, and I figure out how to hack it. That's what I do. I pivot, boys. Greg, how you doing?
Phil Hellmuth, the pivoter.
Yeah, I got 58,
Good. We're
25
like 5
behind.
minutes before break.
All right, 3 players to the flop.
I'm going to talk now.
Jan Shack flops the flush. Chad Holloway has one of his outs for the straight flush.
Yeah, but we're going break. Don't forget your mic, Phil.
275.
Now, just to make sure he's in a good position, Dan Shack also makes a straight. I mean, just to show off. But he's still ahead with the flush. Taylor Brady bets 850.
I'm anti-sweating Phil again.
Taylor Brady open-ended for the straight and has the second nut flush draw with the river yet to come. Shack's going to make her pay for it. He raises it up to 4,000. Back to Holloway. He will fold. And wow, Dan Shack continues to roll over this table here at SugarHouse. When we return, we'll tally the numbers and Nolan Dalla shares some thoughts on the game.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Welcome back to Poker Night. All right, let's find out who the big winners are. Well, after winning that last pot, Dan Shack is now up to $36,200. That means he's at a profit tonight of over $21,000. It's a great day 3 for Dan Shack.
So who is the greatest poker player of all time? There's usually no clear or no right answer. That said, allow me to start the debate and toss out a few candidates. If we were to define greatness by longevity, which means beating the game consistently over many decades, one would be hard-pressed to come up with a greater poker player than Doyle Brunson. He's been an old-time rounder for 6 decades. Some might even say that Brunson has become synonymous with the game itself. But if greatness is to mean mastering the widest variety of poker games and being universally acknowledged as the best all-around player, the late Chip Reese comes to mind immediately. When he lived and played, Reese was respected and even revered by his peers in virtually every single form of poker. Reese probably played for higher stakes and earned more money than any poker player alive during his lifetime, and even won the very first Poker Players Championship. In fact, today, the trophy for that annual event is named in his honor. But if greatness is to be measured by innovation and doing what's unconventional, then Stu Unger must be mentioned. He didn't read any poker books, rather he wrote the book. At least when it came to fearless aggression. He made astounding strategic moves and mega brave hero calls at the table that no one in the world would have done. Oh, and he also won 3 World Poker Championships. So who is the greatest poker player in history? I suspect that for all the masters with us and before us, the very greatest is out there somewhere. Perhaps someone watching me now. Maybe someone who hasn't even been born yet. For Poker Night in America, I'm Nolan Dalla, and that's my 2 cents.
For more from Poker Night, visit our brand new website, pokernight.com, and find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams. Also, be sure to check out our online store for all of your Poker Night merchandise. For everyone here at Poker Night, I'm Chris Hansen. Poker Night is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.